Hey guys, my name's Myra and I'm the founder of the Intimacy School, and intimacy, sex, and all that fun stuff are things that I love to talk about, and I made a lifestyle out of it. So I created this school where we can take classes and discuss these things and people can learn. Now, one thing that I want to talk about right now is the lack of intimacy in many relationships in recent times. So right now it's May 2020. And I find that this new generation of maybe like 20-year-olds and up, or maybe even younger, all the way up to like 34, they lack the intimacy. I'm 40, but I'm an older soul. They lack the intimacy that a lot of us that are older know. That like unconditional love, because they're so visual and it's all about status and social media and image, that unconditional part has been erased from their entire species. Not all of them. There's a lot of old souls out there. There's a lot of people who were raised by people like me and the older generation that carry those with them, but it's so hard for them to find a partner. It's so hard for them to date. It's so hard for them to find love and intimacy because the people that are part of their generation are lacking that. Not often, but I'm just finding this is what's been coming to me. These are the people that are reaching out to me. So I'm using that as an example. It doesn't mean everybody in America, in the world. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, for this conversation, do not attack me. I don't respond to attacks. I just delete them. So this younger generation is more, again, about image. That when they have sex, it's not as intimate and they don't have that connection. There's not a lot of foreplay and touching. And I mean, there are for some people, but it's still lacking the intimacy, that connection of two souls that are combined, that are reciprocating energy. And the reason that happens is because so many people from that generation cheat. They act like swingers. They're dating multiple people. They're having sex with multiple people. They're double dipping. They have no commitment to a relationship. Not everybody, but this generation is more like willing to bounce on the next thing that comes across. Oh, that's pretty and shiny. Oh, that's nice. And then, oh, that's shinier. That's prettier. Oh, what's that like? I wonder what that energy's like. They're just all over the place and experiencing, and that's great. They're having wonderful experiences, but they're also experiencing a lot of pain, rejection, neglect that they don't deal with. That becomes not only a defense mechanism, but a desensitizing system that allows them to do things that are very kind of like immoral and illogical, and not always. Again, this is situational. Like if you watch my videos, I'll even list like 100 situations. I don't want to get into it. But what I find is that they lack intimacy. Like so many people don't sit and like they cuddle and they hug for a second. But like I remember asking this guy once, it broke my heart. I said, have you ever like wrapped your arms around a girl and fell asleep and then hours later you woke up and you were in the same position? He's like, no. Because with his generation, they don't want to be touching. They're like, oh, get off of me. Don't touch me. Makes me so angry. Because you're missing so much. And then I guess when they do find that person later in life, because that time will come. We all go through different phases, different stages in life at different times. Everybody's different, right? So eventually they will find that in a partner. And when they do tend to stick with that partner because they've never felt a love like that before. I don't want to get personal, but I just know that there are some people that have never really felt love. They've never really felt intimacy. They've never really felt a connection. They think they have until they have. And then they're like, wow. And that's what I teach. How do you get that connection? How do you build that trust? How do you reciprocate that energy? How do you we're electrical beings. How do you take that energy and pass it on to another human being so that they feel it in their soul, from their hair follicles to their toenails, Jill Scott style? Like, it's just so much. And I feel like, they're not teaching it. People don't talk about it, and movies don't even show it anymore. So where do you learn it? How do you get into that? I know they have this thing called Tantra speed dating. I am not affiliated with the company at all, but I did do it one time and it was amazing. And they're basically exercises that you do with strangers that you've never met. They have to do with touch and look and feel and energy. And it is the most beautiful experience. Look up Tantra speed dating I think they have it in different states. I know they definitely have it in New York City. I highly recommend it. I'm not even going to steal their idea and then do it myself because I don't think that's cool. Because people are like, why don't you do it? I'm like, because that's their thing. They're good at it. That's their niche. I will promote them. They're great at it. I love it. I have other things that I want to do. I have other things that I want to practice and participate in, and that's my thing. So Tantra speed dating, look it up. I love them. I'll see if I put the link below. I highly encourage it, especially if you're a little socially awkward or you're not used to being with people, or you want to learn different. They're wonderful techniques that you can practice with your partner when you have a partner. Highly recommend it. This is not sponsored. They haven't paid me for anything, but if you do see this and you want to give me a few free sessions, I would like to go with some of my clients if you'll allow us to go for free so that they can experience it. You know, like as like part of like a thing, or we can cross promote. If you're interested in that, contact me. But I'm just promoting this on my own because I was floored at what a beautiful, loving experience. I walked out of there filled with energy and love and on cloud nine. Just the intimacy that you can experience with a stranger just by looking at them in the eyes, just by like putting your hand on their chest and breathing with them. It is such an amazing experience. And that is like the beginning of the key to intimacy. I highly recommend it. But yeah, so if you're looking for that, if you're trying to understand love and you feel like something's missing, try the Tantra speed dating. Contact me. I'm only charging $25 an hour for 2020 because of everything that's going on. People are really short on money. I completely understand. I will go over exercises with you, some of the things that I learned from there, as well as the things that I learned from my Tantra coach, the person that trained me and certified me. There's just so much that's lacking. If you're having problems with your partner or everything's great and you just want it to be better, contact me. I'm here. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's so important to build that intimacy, to know that there's more out there. Everyone's entitled to do whatever they like. If you like to date multiple people and sleep with multiple people, that's on you. That's a journey that you're on. I do not judge ever. I just explain why it's beneficial or not for the majority or for like a number of people based on our morals and goals at this time. Because if you go back to ancient times, it was all about orgies and multiple times, multiple partners, go where the energy is. You know, like it was very different. And it still happens now in some religions and cultures. And I'm not going to get into all that. That's a whole nother thing. But if you want to experience intimacy, connectedness, love, and you feel like you haven't, contact me. We'll talk about it. Okay? Love you guys. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like, you know the drill, right? Like, subscribe, share, check out my channel, bookmark it. Thanks. Thumbs up. Bye, guys.